regular feature on some of our shows, from 10 scale to 1/8 off-road. You're here at the Biddy Design Asia contest again, midway through qualifying. How's it going so far?
Yeah, it's not doing too bad. The driver's got to lift his game a little bit. A few too many mistakes. The track's challenging and changing with the weather, so that's throwing a spanner in the works for a few people. But it's, you know, it's progressing. It's getting better. Hopefully the last 2 rounds will be great, and we'll go into tomorrow feeling a little better than we do now.
It's that $1 million smile, Mr. Positive here. You got here a day early, and whilst the track was pretty difficult, you were completely at ease with it. You know, not breaking a single part during the first day of practice.
Yeah, look, I think having been here a few times, you arrive with an understanding of how to deal with the track. You know, respect it, respect the metal fences. They're 3 times higher than they've ever been. You know, the cars are fragile, so I like to keep it in one piece as much as I can and get as much lap time, you know, as I can get. So yeah, it's going well. The finals are going to be brutal, I think.
You mentioned the metal fences. Obviously, Pattaya is a very special track. Everyone here pretty much is running steel skid plates and just, you know, turning their you know, essentially remote control cars into tanks.
Yeah, look, skid plates are standard. It's that or 3 chassis when you come here. So I'm running them. Hara's got them on. Everyone does. You know, you'll see a few cars sparking out there, which I'm sure will look awesome later on tonight in a couple of the night races. The fences, yeah, they've made them a lot higher this year. They're about knee height, so they're challenging from the driver's stand to see. The angles become really acute, so it's quite difficult to put your car exactly where you want it, or at least know where your car is, especially when you're racing with other cars. So that's a real big challenge that I think is going to get more difficult tonight.
And it's also obviously an issue if you do crash, especially on some of those sections. If it's the 5 jump or the triple, then it just takes an age for a marshal to get to your car.
Yeah, look, you can have a cup of coffee or a beer. I've done that a few times while I've been on the stand today. Make that mistake and yeah, watch a marshal climb a fence. I'm tempted to think we need to put a step ladder out there for a few of them. They're a little slow at getting over, but you know, when you crash, you pay the penalty.
Well, exactly. Go and have a beer. You know, in the style of Josh Payne. Obviously, Payne, we're missing you, aren't we?
We are. We're missing Payne. Not to be outdone though, Jordan had a crack at the beers last night and had the fuel gun out, so that looked like it was plenty of fun, and I'm sure that's going to go on tonight again.
Also, so the Biddy Design race here in Pattaya is kind of different. It's not like a long main final, 45 minutes or 60 minutes. They're doing 2 20-minute finals with the second final split, the grid, the opposite way around. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, they tried to do it last year. They couldn't get the scoring or whatever to work, so we went to a traditional 45-minute main, which I prefer. I like the strategy and running for 45 minutes. I've never run 220s, and you know, mixing it up like they're going to do, it's something different. So let's try it. You know, we'll see we'll see how it ends up. I'm nervous about it. I think it could add to craziness. You know, a couple of starts. It's always mayhem here in the starts. So we'll see.
What about setup? You're obviously a veteran on Pattaya. You know what you're doing here, the surface, the molasses, and all that sort of thing. Have you been changing a lot? Is it tyre setup, shock setup?
Yeah, I think everyone landed a pretty good setup after a couple of days practice, and we got thrown for 6 this morning. We turned up and the track was covered in extra molasses or sugar or whatever they've put down. It was absolutely drenched in it. So the track was really, really slick this morning. So I went and changed diffs after round 1, mounted up some super soft tyres, and you know, that sort of helped a little bit. As the sun's come out later on today, the track's getting better and better. So yeah, as long as it doesn't rain tonight, I think we'll be good tomorrow.
Well, Ben, we wish you the best of luck for tomorrow in those slightly nervous 2 20-minute finals. I'm sure you'll do fine.
Yeah, thanks, Phil.